we have word that a special plane has arrived at Wilmington International Airport. Let's go to Frances Weller out there now. Fran?
I tell you what, John, the excitement here is so thick you could not cut it with a knife. We are waiting for Specialist Larry Shaffer to come through, and he will do that momentarily. His mom is waiting right here. She is so excited. I don't even want to get her to turn around because she's very emotional. She has not seen her son in over a year. Now, right around the corner, and we will show you that when we reveal the big surprise, there's a big crowd waiting for him, and his wife is the biggest surprise, actually the smallest, because she has lost 100 pounds since he last saw her, and he has not seen the smaller version of his wife, so he is in for a huge surprise. Now, once again, he is arriving here from Afghanistan. He has been in Afghanistan for over a year. The folks are coming in off the plane. We understand that he was midway the plane, and oh my goodness, I think that's him. I think that's him. His mom seeing him for the first time in over a year. Wow, now there's a special moment. I mean, imagine not seeing your child for over a year, and he's in Afghanistan. You don't know what can happen because you know what happens in Afghanistan, but he is here, home, safe and sound tonight. But what awaits him is right around the corner, a huge surprise. His wife, he has not seen in a year. His daughter, he has not seen in a year. And his wife, of course, being someone who has lost over 100 pounds. Well, I'm telling you, we don't know what the reaction is going to be, but we're going to find out momentarily. Look at this. Look at this. There he is, looking at Misty for the first time in a year, 100 pounds lighter. He can actually pick her up this time without any problem. Oh my goodness, look at that. How amazing. All right, so we're gonna try very hard if we can. Misty? Oh, now he's seeing his daughter. He hasn't seen her in a year, and she was 2 years old. She's now 3, a lot bigger than the last time he saw her. She's a little emotional because everyone is so excited. I think she got a little scared, and she's seeing Dad for the first time in a year. Remember, she was 2 when she saw him, so this is a little bit overwhelming for him. We're just going to take just a second for her to get calm with her dad being here. Let me ask Misty right quick. Misty, was it what you had hoped it to be?
Yes.
Could you tell he was surprised?
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit overwhelmed by all of this.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm hoping that we will be able to turn around in just a second and talk with him. Specialist Shaffer, first of all, welcome home. We're so excited to have you back home. Are you surprised by all of this?
Yes, very surprised.
All right, here's the thing. We know that you have not seen your wife in a year. She's 100 pounds lighter than the last time you saw her. What do you think, and what was your first reaction?
Wow, and very proud and impressed.
So we understand that when you married, she was not the size she is. This is the smallest you've ever seen her?
Yes, definitely the smallest.
So what do you think?
I can't put it into words. I don't know.
Welcome home once again. We are very excited for you. Your whole family is here to see you, and we're glad that you're back here on U.S. soil.
Me too.
All right. Well, there you have it, the big surprise, and we're so excited for them. We're going to have much more on this coming up tonight on WECT News at 11. John, let's go back to you.
And Fran, I thought I heard a little twinge of emotion in your voice. It's hard to watch this happen, even from our vantage point, and not get caught up in that emotion, isn't it?
Well, you know what? I have to be honest with you, John. When I saw his mother break down, I did the exact same thing, just imagining what it's like not seeing a loved one for over a year. So yes, I did. I got a little emotional, as well as a lot of folks here at the airport who don't even know. Specialist Larry Shaffer, home back from Afghanistan.
Yeah, no matter how many of these we see and no matter how many we do, it still touches a part of you that something we can never stop seeing and be happy about it. All right, friend, we'll see you in a little while. Thank you.
More surprises tonight for a soldier who was first surprised by his wife, who's now 100 pounds lighter. Only our cameras were there as Specialist Larry Shaffer landed at Wilmington International Airport. He was deployed in Afghanistan for a year. His wife, Misty, is now half the size she was a year ago, and their daughter is 3 times bigger. And on top of the surprises, a new house Misty bought while he was gone. Now, we posted this story on our website, and what's happened ever since is even surprising us. I mean, their story went viral, getting hundreds of thousands of hits from across the country. We decided to check on the Shaffers to see how they're doing 1 week later. When we arrived at the Shaffers' new home, we found Specialist Larry Shaffer hanging out on the couch playing solitaire. But life back home has been anything but relaxed for the Army soldier. The phone has been ringing off the hook since the story of his wife Misty surprising him 100 pounds lighter went viral. It's been a bit overwhelming.
I'm not even going to try to lie out of that one. I have had a couple of those thoughts, you know, a couple times actually. I mean, being home 6 days and my face is pretty much all over the internet, and I'm like, I don't really want. Didn't really want this.
Well, the father of one wonders if they've bitten off more than they can chew.
I like it.
Misty is eating it up. The Army wife, who once weighed a whopping 315 pounds, is savoring all of this new attention.
I never really gotten any attention other being picked on.
She's even gotten a call from a new weight loss company in California.
I think he said something about maybe promoting it or being a spokesperson for it.
The two have taken calls from all of the major networks. TV stations in Japan and Germany have even expressed an interest in the story. Misty says even her Facebook page has blown up.
I've had probably 300 to 400 friend requests of people I don't even know since yesterday.
While the two have been the talk of the internet for days since he got back from Afghanistan, Misty and Larry have known for the 6 years they've been together what it's like to be talked about.
We took band together. That's how we originally met.
The high school sweethearts fell in love almost instantly. For Larry, a good-looking drummer, Misty's weight was never an issue.
She was a human being inside. She wasn't superficial. She didn't, you know, base everything that she did off of her looks or what everybody else would think. So, you know, it's never really bothered me.
But he admits he's even more in love with his new wife, saying their relationship on all levels has improved.
They were good when before I left, but now they're amazing.
Well, this Army family intends to settle into their new home as a quiet, peaceful military family. They'll keep taking the calls until they stop.
It touches my heart because I never thought me personally, could be an inspiration to anybody. So it was pretty remarkable, this whole experience.
Now, the #1 question on Facebook for Misty, how did you lose the weight? She says she cut down on her portion sizes. She said she went from about 6,000 calories a day to about 2,000, then eventually cutting down to around 1,000. She says that she will continue to keep the weight off, and Larry, her husband, says even she has inspired him to keep his weight down. All right, we have an update now on a story of ours that has been getting national attention for more than a year. Misty Shaffer surprised her husband when he came back from serving overseas by losing 150 pounds. You remember the story. Well, since then, she's kept the weight off, and the surprises just keep coming. This is new video sent to us today from Sunset Beach. Misty went to Island Breeze, a store there, thinking she was getting a complimentary outfit. Well, instead, she got a complete makeover. She headed to the spa for a haircut and to get her makeup done. Then she got to pick out some new clothes. Misty said her favorite part of the day was trying on those fancy outfits, and Island Breeze certainly has some fancy ones. She looks absolutely gorgeous. And keep in mind, this is a woman who at one time was over 300 pounds, looking beautiful. It's been almost a year since we told you about an Army wife who surprised her husband, 150 pounds lighter. Now, you may recall we were there when Army Specialist Larry Shaffer was surprised at the Wilmington International Airport. When he stepped off the plane from a year deployment in Afghanistan, his much smaller wife, Misty, was waiting around the corner. The last time he saw her, she was over 300 pounds. Now, a lot has happened since that big surprise at the airport. I recently caught up with the Schaffers to see just how things have been. Since we last saw Misty and Larry Schaffer, their lives have been on a fast track. They have a new dog, Larry has 2 new jobs, Misty's maintained her small figure, and just about every media outlet in the country has called. Almost immediately after our report at the airport aired nearly a year ago on Misty's weight loss surprise, the phone started ringing. The small-town couple had no idea what was about to happen.
No clue at all. It was that Sunday after he came home, it was like our phone started blowing up, our house phone. It was like, there's so-and-so from this news station, there's so-and-so from that news station, and all wanting to do interviews, and I was like, oh my God, what is going on?
Larry, just returning from overseas to a new home and a new wife, was overwhelmed.
Just bombarded with like, hey, we just saw your story, hey, we just saw the story, hey, we just saw the story, hey, do you want to do an interview? I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, make it stop.
It wouldn't. CNN picked up their story along with other major networks, and then an offer to be on the cover of a national magazine.
They were originally going to do just an article, and then a few weeks later they were like, you know, we haven't had a couple on the front of our page and this is such a great story.
It was like, they're like, yeah, we're just going to do a couple pictures and, you know, you're going to be on the cover. And I'm like, the cover?
That's right. Misty and Larry donned the cover of Woman's World.
It was awesome, something I've never, it was a bunch of firsts for me. First trip to New York, first trip in an airplane.
Inside the magazine, an article about how Misty shed over 100 pounds.
My journey through weight loss, what made me decide to do it, what made me stick to it, and things to that nature.
The Army wife who eats mainly chicken and vegetables says portion control is her secret.
I still watch what I eat and how much I eat and like when I eat. So.
Until you go to Brooklyn Pizza and then it's a half a pizza.
No.
She says her greatest reward from all of this has been inspiring others and getting messages of gratitude on her Facebook page. As for Larry, it's still an adjustment.
When I go to drills, it's just like, oh, well, there's Mr. Hollywood. And I'm like, oh, God, this is insane.
But the parents of 2 say they have no regrets about sharing their story.
I don't. It's definitely an experience that people don't get, and
especially not in little old Leland.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll continue to keep up with the Schaffers. We'll let you know if there are any changes in Misty's weight, but I don't see that happening anytime soon.
We have an update now to a story we first brought you almost 2 years ago. Larry and Misty Schaffer and their daughter stopped by our studios earlier today, but not to talk with us. They were doing a satellite interview with a TV station in Australia. Now, if you don't remember, the Army wife surprised her husband on his return from Afghanistan, May of 2013. She was 150 pounds lighter. Since then, the couple's been bombarded with calls from media, as you know now, all around the world. Misty, who has maintained that slimmer figure, says the interest in the story is still unbelievable, and her husband is just as big a celebrity as she is.
Guy from TV when you came home from Afghanistan and your wife lost all that weight. Yes, that's me. It's just one of those things. It's, you know, it after a while it does get a little tiring and old, but you know, it's all in fun.
And coming up on our sister station WECT News at 11, NBC's The Biggest Loser has contacted the couple. You'll hear more about that story that continues to get tons of clicks on our webpage and online sites all around the world.
All right, new at 11, a story that just never gets old. Larry and Misty Schaffer and their daughter stopped by our studios today. We first told you about the Leland couple almost 2 years ago, but they weren't here to talk to us. They were here to do a satellite interview with a TV station in Sydney, Australia. Now, you may recall the Army wife surprised her husband On his return from Afghanistan in May of 2013, 150 pounds lighter. Since then, the couple has been bombarded with calls from media outlets across the world. Misty, who has maintained her slimmer figure, has even been contacted by NBC's The Biggest Loser to come share her story. When we brought the story live to you from the airport, the next day became a media frenzy.
Every time the phone rang, it was somebody wanting to do an interview or somebody wanting pictures or, you know, somebody wanting the whole story, not just the bits and pieces and stuff like that. And it's calmed down quite a bit. We'll get one every now and then, but it's not something that's every day, every waking minute. There were times where we couldn't get sleep at night.
All right, so I guess you want to know what's Misty's secret. I mean, 150 pounds lighter. Well, she says she eats lots of chicken and vegetables, and life has been good for the Shaffer. She recently got a job promotion, a nice one, and Larry won't be deployed for at least another 4 years. So, a happy ending to that story.